Hi Kevin, hi Patsy. I just wanted to show you what I was thinking and how I intend to proceed with the cupboards at the back of the hall. I'm just trying to... okay, that's better. Right, so assuming we can get the runners working well, I mean, if we I'm optimistic about getting replacement carriages, as long as the price isn't prohibitive. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. I know there are 36 units somewhere in Germany, and I've got a UK supplier trying to find them for me. So how do we contain the bottom edges? That becomes the next issue. I found some 35mm internal square PVC U channel, and I've ordered 5 pieces of that. So I've just made the body transparent, and that is how they will sit on the felt doors. So that's the doors to the left and right. They're already moving quite nicely, it's just how the bottom edge is contained. I think that's going to do a fine job, and the whole lot is about 45 quid, so if it all breaks in 2 or 3 years, just buy some more, screw it down, you're off again, no problem. I think that's a good solution there, nice and cheap. For the white doors, which move much closer to the floor, I think we should abandon the... Kevin, you'll remember that there's a cut channel on the right down the middle of these boards. Cutting that into a thin piece of MDF is a hiding to nothing, and you can see what it's already done to the boards. I happen to have a stockpile of 16 by 16 sapele, which is a really nice hard wood. It'll match the floor really well. I've had that in my loft for about 10 years waiting for something to use it on, so I'm happy to give you that and see that that be used nicely. And you can kind of see what's going on here. It's basically simple channels screwed to the floor. They can be waxed, varnished, and it might be that rather than I should have shown that as sapele, but fixing an extra piece of sapele to the bottom of the doors will also create a wear surface that, you know, if you just chuck a load of wax in there, it'll move really nicely and it'll prevent undue wear. At the moment the top is sagging by about 6 mil, so we need to put a prop in there. There's some bits of wood on site already, or I'll have a look what you've got put by for the outside reading room, Kevin. Failing that, I'll just get a piece of wood that I like that's going to do the job. Probably a 2x2 or a 2x3 near the front, just propping that roof up a little bit. The damage on the bottom of the doors, I'd like to see where I get to with cutting maybe a 10 centimeters off the bottom to try and fix that piece on. I'm just going to change the colour of that quickly. Rosewood, very fancy. There we go. Right, so now you can see that that's the same wood. The company that supply this also offer, or their main business is actually complete PVC panels. If I can't tidy up that bottom edge nicely because it's too bashed about at one end, I think we could stick 100mm strips of PVC onto the bottom, just as a bit of a to mask and cover any sort of nastiness that we haven't managed to cut off, if we do need to do some filling. I think that's going to be really cheap. I haven't got a price yet, but I glanced at what they were selling a whole sheet for. They said they cut it to size. It's affordable. So as long as all of that makes sense, you know what I'm doing. I've got those. I'll probably get some nice brass screws to put in there, and I've got those. I may have to cut 6mm off the bottom of all of the felt faced doors, and I'll probably do that with just a panel saw. I may take the circular saw in and do it outside, but whatever. They just need to be cut down a bit, because everything seems to have settled so much that they're all just running too close to the bottom. And once we get these channels in, we can have a good amount of, what have I done there? I've shown about 10mm of clearance there, which is what it should be with a nice deep channel like that. Okay, so all looking good. The only thing that is in question is whether or not we can get replacement carriages. I'm very optimistic about that. Even if we can't get them, I reckon you'll get another 3 or 4 years out of what you've got. If you are minded to buy more than a complete set and have spares for the next 15-20 years, let me know. It will be price dependent, I guess. Alright, thanks for that. I hope it wasn't too boring. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.